Have you ever wondered how I make my The Tale of No-Brainers episodes? Well, if you have, then you're in luck because I'll be showing you exactly how I do that process in this video. So you might know the app CapCut. And if you don't, it's a photo/video editing app. And that's what I usually use to make my Tale of No-Brainers episodes. But anyway, I can only put a certain amount of clips of the video together at a time. Because on CapCut, you can only edit videos that are 15 minutes or less. In most episodes in the series of The Tale of No-Brainers, most of those are over 15 minutes. So I can only edit a few parts at a time. Like right now, I'll edit these first 3. But anyway, now we are in part of the editing stage. So I usually add text that pops up in the very beginning. Like The Tale of No-Brainers and the episode and the name. Those I actually write those separately. But anyway, choose some cool kind of font. Like right now I use this Taylor font. Now I'll also use this red because it's probably the best we've got. And I always try to fit some sort of animation into these texts when they open and close. Like here, it'll be like a karaoke style. But I always time the text from the start of this part of the video to the end of the intro. And the intro part is the part where it goes like, this video will start off in the enemy's perspective, so here it is, something like that. But after that sentence is over is when the text disappears. But also I'm going to delay the text a little bit because there's a little delay in when I start speaking. And I'll probably do ink print for when the text goes away. Now I'm going to do all that same stuff with this text that's going to be in the bottom. Actually, I'll quick duplicate. So here's the final product.
This video, like almost always, will start in the enemy's perspective, so here it is.
Well, at least the final product of that part. And then I do also add visual effects and sound effects to my videos. Most of the time I usually do pick sound effects from here. But for this part, which I'm about to add sound in, I'm going to extract something. I'll extract this. And then I'll turn the volume up all the way on this. And this is what it's supposed to sound like right here.
Max, what was that?
That was supposed to be a notification sound. And then right here, I'm actually going to use a sound effect. I've bookmarked some. Now click pause on this one. And then I'll turn the volume all the way down to like 25. Now I'll extract another sound. And then again, I'll turn the volume down to about 25. And it'll now sound like this.
Come in anymore. No, I can't. No, I'll send you a text on how you need to get enrolled here.
Now I'll add a video effect. And now I'll show you this.
Bro, I was just telling you.
Another sound effect I have bookmarked is an explosion one, which sounds like this. Another sound I might really use, but I'm going to use in this one, is this sound. Now I'm done editing this part so we can export it. I won't share it to YouTube, but what it will do is save it to my device. Now I can click done. Now I will edit the last 2 parts. Well, it says 1 will save, but we'll see what happens. And also, I am aware that when I was adding the first 3 parts to edit those, I was aware that the software did say 2. My mistake, we actually have to edit this part first. Yet another sound I use is a falling sound. Now look at this. There's 3 different effects going at once. Now, if there's a bunch of intense light like that, then I like to add epilepsy warnings. Like a few seconds before it comes. And I still like to add animations to it, but only an animation for when it comes in. And I usually like to do something like zoom in here. Now I'm done editing this part, so we can export it. Now I can get back to this last part. Now I'm going to extract the sound Get Out, which sounds like this. And I'm about to add a whole stampede of those sounds. Now part of it actually needs to be a little louder here, so break this part up into 2. And I just had to delete that last part. But don't worry, it's not because I'm not going to edit that part. So now this part is just 2 minutes and 23 seconds. I'll export that. And we can put those parts together again. but we'll just have to shorten the beginning here. But I'll show you why I have to break that part into two. But that's because the stampede of Get Out overpowers the talking. Well, now I have to trim the video again because we only needed that out for a certain amount of time. Now I'll export this. And of course we have to add those once again. But we have to trim a lot of the first clip down. Yet another sound effect I use is... Now for the billionth time, I'm gonna extract this notification sound. And now we're done with that stage, so we can export this last part. And now we have all the parts of the video. Let's X that out. And now that the editing's done, I will make a little trailer for the video. And what I mean by that is, so basically I put like a little 10-second clip of the video and put in this video on there to show that that's one thing you will see in the video. And then right after that comes the intro and then the actual video starts. And by the way, if you want to hear what that stampede of Get Out sounds like, well... And by the way, I snuck in a little disclaimer for that warning. I'll show you.
Again?
Right there. So now I just cut that video into 9 seconds. Then when I click save here, it either says save or save copy. I will click save copy. And we actually do have to do a little more editing on that part. So now I'll type in this video with a couple periods at the end. And I'll add that same effect as in the beginning of the video. And the same effect does mean the same font too. And then I'm gonna add another animation to it, but this time it will be a loop. Which is basically just the animation continuously going. And I added a little page turning loop to it, and I'll put the text right there. Now, here's the thing. And now we'll export that. And now we're already almost done with the process. And now I just took this screenshot from this part of the video. Now, I always take the screenshot for the thumbnail from one of the parts of the video. And that's because if I didn't, then not a lot of the thumbnail would actually be the picture. And it'd be big black circle around it. Probably not a circle, but whatever. Now I'm going to go into my phone's editing software. Now go to this filters thing. And you'll see if auto's good. I actually kind of like the original better. Actually, no, I will go with auto. And then this is the part where I alter the screenshot a lot. You can turn the light balance here either up or down. Now it is at about -50. You can change the brightness too, either up or down. I just turned it down to -75. You can also turn the exposure either up or down. Or keep it down at -25. You can also turn the contrast up or down. The contrast is also been set to 75. Now turn the highlights up all the way. Now we'll make some shadows up to 25. And then saturation all the way. No tint, but probably temperature all the way. And sharpness all the way. Maybe definition all the way? Yeah. And then here I use this color mix feature. I'll do red here, hue, none, saturation all the way, luminance all the way. Let's try the same thing for the yellow here. And I just did the same thing with orange. So now we will draw in the thumbnail. Now we don't want to draw in the corners, like the very corners, because if I do, then some of my writing will get cut off in the thumbnail. And what makes it easier when I write on the thumbnail is that my phone actually comes with a stylus. If you didn't know already, I have a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which I record basically every single Minecraft video with these days. And that includes the Tale of No Brainers ones. But that wasn't the case with the first 5 episodes, because I still had my old Note 9. And with this phone, I did put episode 5 together, but I did the full experience with episode 6 on this phone. And that's how I do it nowadays, here. There, now I've drawn on the thumbnail, I'll put my pen back real quick. Now we can click save, and we have a proper thumbnail. Now we just have to put all the parts together. So let's start off with this part here. And then I have this intro saved on my phone. It's on November 1st here. So that will come next. And by the way, every video I make on CapCut, it comes with a CapCut ending. Or 2-second, 3-second ending where it says CapCut. And whatever kind of text you want to put below it. But when I export all those to my device, I make sure to cut that part off on every single part of the episode. Except the last part, the part where it ends. But next up is this part. And then this part. And then the next one that comes is this one. And then the one with the stampede of Get Outs. And then this last part here. And then I click create and then movie. And then it takes me to this app that's in the system of my phone called Studio. Let's shorten this clip about 2 seconds because the CapCut thing is still there. And then I'll change the transition here. Right now it's at none. But I'll change it to dissolve. So now the transition will go like this. And then right here we'll put in the fade transition. So it goes like this. And then right here, let's keep the transition at none. And it's the same thing here. And yet again, no transition here either. But now let's click done here. And it saves it as a project, kind of like in CapCut. And then I'll click save the movie. It's about 20 minutes. It's actually like 22, the full movie. And now the movie's halfway done. That's what the system calls it. They call it movies. And now it's about 3/4 of the way done. Now once you get at like 90%, you can't cancel or pause it anymore. So all you can do is let it finish. And that's what we want here. 99%, 100%. Now it's been saved. Now let's go back in the gallery. And there it is. Now I'm in YouTube and I'll click that plus button. And I'll click this video here, it's the video. And I'll click that button there. And then choose the thumbnail that I made there. Now I'm typing up a title. And I'll go to this altered content here. And no, it does not. As in, it does not include altered content. Now let's click next. And I usually click no, it's not made for kids. Then let's click upload video. And now it's uploading. It says about 30 minutes remaining, I mean. And this video was actually recorded before the video was uploaded. But this video is being uploaded after that one was.